Alright, let's do this. I suppose I should probably... There we go. Okay, so this is the Kickle of Cubicles. Let's see if we can do this without... do all that. Okay. See, there you go. Just relax. Do what I'm doing. Chill out, play a video game. Watch a video game, in your case. You'll be fine. Fine, you got this. You got this. You're okay. That's right. You sit there, you relax. You're fine. Talking corn. Save our world from the Wizard King. As always, of course, I will. It may take a few tries, but I think we will get the job done, as they say, yes. Less waiting time. Let's go. Greetings, TTK. How are you this fine evening? Yes. This established evening. Yes. Just the spell. I mean, okay. I would like you not to go that way, please. I'll squish you because I failed miserably. Here, please. Thank you. Fine. Go this way here. Or into the just eye. Well, it's, you know, it's late in the evening. We tend to lose our faculties when we're a little tired. Thinking's never quite as straight as we'd like it to be, yes. I am fine. This could, yeah, I don't care for laptop, keyboard, and mice. Plus, the new laptop I have for work is a little better than the last one, but not saying much. Well, I do say so myself. That there chat box is in the way. So the keyboard, you're saying, failed, and it's not a PEDCAC issue. You're blaming the keyboard, sir. Is that the story you're going with? I mean, I would. I would too. Okay. Push it. Ah, push it. Hid when I pick up the laptop. Well, that is a problem. There. Oh, bugger it. I didn't get the one I wanted. Well, fine. Yeah, right. Down here, please. Yep. A wonderful weapon. I'm okay. Made some chili. Pet the dog. Now I'm playing Kickle Cubicle. Attempting to get a 1 hour runtime. Sub 1 hour runtime. Be clear. The last runtime I had was, well, the only full runtime I've had so far has been an hour and 12 minutes. Sub 1 hour is absolutely possible, and I will be fighting for it this evening. Once, maybe twice. Twice. First 4 worlds, about 43 to 45 minutes is what I would expect. Final world's going to be about 20 minutes. Well, hopefully less than that. I'm hoping to improve all of the times. Most of the time loss I had in the 112 run, I'd say at least 6 or 7 minutes if it was lost in the final boss. Various bits and bobs here and there throughout the barrel. Dog, you can absolutely freaking relax. Will you? No. Go here, please. Thank you. Walk. Go. Go. Plenty of skill for time. Yeah. The world record run for all 4 worlds is just shy of 45 minutes. So like 43, 44 minutes, somewhere around there. So I know it's absolutely possible, but that's with moving absolutely pristine through like every level. The 6 times on the board, 5 and 6 times are sub-hour. Sub-hour is not an impossible feat. My goal is to get a sub-hour. The amazing part about this is I haven't actually tried speedruns of this, like full 4-world speedruns of this before, until the beginning of last week. And I promised to do this game during a run on Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern, give or take. That's the E4K command that you see in the title. I've been playing 7 games at our E4K event. Basically, it's a food charity for raising money for kids. Hey, what's going on? Thank you for Heaven's Fury. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate that very much. I should have died there. So if you hit !E4K, you'll see actually what this particular game is being practiced for. I also have 6 other games I'll be running for the event. Most of them are just casual shenanigans. This one is the only one. This one and the Zelda Rando are the only actual speedrun attempts that I'll be making for any of the games on my list. So running games and playing them are 2 completely different things. I consider myself a very, very, very basic speedrunner. I don't really go too hard on runs. I don't really go too hard on times. I don't go all out. There are a few games that I do have some pretty decent times at, which, don't get me wrong, I'm very happy with those times. But I'm not a very, very full on board speeder. I just do what I want. I do well in some. Yeah, there's some races I do well in, but I play whatever. I play whatever the heck I end up playing. Anywhere from stuff like this to recently Medieval, but not as a speedrun, just that I picked it up, the remake. So I play like literally everything, but I really enjoy attempting to do speedrun events, like multi-game events. You get like a month to practice like 8 to 10 games or 20 games or whatever it is, and no you don't, and just do the best that I can. I've actually done pretty well at a few of them. Buffalo Bills do suck. Oh really? Oh, well, that's good to know. What's going on, Cat? How you doing? And the Silver Dragon, how are you? Good to see y'all, good to see y'all. So I am very, very close to being able to do the sub-hour of this game, and I'm certainly going to make the attempt tonight. I'm hoping that that translates to Friday when I'll actually be doing the presentation of this game. Wow, I almost got killed there. We'll see what happens. Oh, Buffalo Bills do suck. Oh, yes, yes they do. Okay. Cough. But I'm doing pretty well. The top three, or the first three worlds are very straightforward. I have no problem with the first three worlds. That's 45 minutes, sub 45 every time. I have no problem with that whatsoever. But the final world is tricky. The final world is what usually gets me in some pretty poopy straits. But I did practice it quite a bit last night, so hopefully I can keep it under 20 minutes for the final world. If I do, that puts me pretty close to the hour mark, but I'm already doing better on the first world here than I was doing normally, because I've actually been practicing. It's amazing what happens when you practice. Who does that, really? But yeah, this is only one of two of the 7 games I'll be running that I'm actually doing a speed run of. So I've got 7, like I said, though. I'm presenting Coke Wins, or Pepsi Invaders, rather, for Atari 2600. I'll be doing Kool-Aid Man for 2600, about 10 minutes of each. That's way more than it needs. I will also be doing Kickle Cubicle. It'll be, and I'm going to shoot for doing a full run of this. It's going to be close. I've been allotted an hour. I'm going to try to beat the game in under an hour. It's going to be close. But I have faith that if I'm able to practice a little bit tonight and tomorrow, that I think I shouldn't have a problem on Friday when I do it. I'll also be doing a time attack for Yoshi's Cookie. Fairly casual run, but that's fine. 1, 2, and it's just gonna be there. 3, and it's dead. Go, 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 go. And I split here at the entrance of the door. Click. 30 seconds saved. I will also be doing Mr. Chin's Gourmet Race, Gourmet Paradise. I can't even remember the whole name of the game. It's a 6-7 minute game. It's easy. It's on Game Boy. And then, of course, I'll be doing a Link to the Past Fall Festive Randomizer, which is food-themed in the sense that you collect candy instead of rupees. And you turn all of those into Willy Wonka, and he gives you stuff. So hopefully that works out well, because the last one I didn't get the golden ticket to turn the crap in until like super late. So you didn't even get to see the shenanigans that you can do with that. But the final boss of the Fall Festive is really what makes it really cool. And the 2 mini games that they changed. They did a really good job changing the code of the game completely and adding in a completely different end boss, 2 completely unique mini games. Although the one I think I could do well without, just because it's not really the most satisfying mini game, because the randomness of it makes it really hard to fall off every time. But that aside, those are the games I'm going to be playing and running. And also, I'm also going to be playing Chex Quest, as many of the episodes as we can get through in an hour, with another Retro Gaming Live member, Retro Omega. We will be sitting and we try to play through as much as we can. He's played a lot of the Doom mods, so he's far more familiar with the gameplay. That's the style of gameplay that I am, even though I didn't grow up on those games. So Chex Quest is more of a blind casual for me. So I don't know. So we'll be doing that too. Which was just impossible because they literally spawn on top of it. Yeah. The minigame there's 2 minigames in Legend of Zelda that were changed. The first is the chess game. The chess game was changed to bowling, which is just really cool. They made a bowling game. I thought that was really, really cool. But they swapped out the dig game for a survival minigame. The problem is with the survival minigame is you win by surviving, aka not getting touched by the randomly spawning mummies, or the Gibdo, that spawn. It'll spawn like 8 or so, and you have to keep running and not get hit, or keep killing them. The problem is, depending on where you're standing on the map, you can instantly get killed. Or instantly fail because you just happen to be standing in the wrong spot. Yeah, that's it. You just fail. Yep. So kind of sucks. If they did a little bit better logic with the spawning of it, yeah, I think it would be better. But I think the logic is basically, if you're too far to the wall, just push it in one. If you're closer yet, push it in another one. And if you're like right against the wall, like push it like right where you're at. So yeah, it's kind of gross. Nevertheless, it's a really cool change. It's a nice little fresh change to the game. It's really cool. But yeah, the final boss is one of the main reasons for the Fall Fest event. It was really cool. The other one that's really cool is the addition of Willy Wonka. So they changed out all the rupees out of the game, all the bomba and arrow upgrades. Those are all gone. You don't get into those in Fall Fest, which is absolutely fine. You don't need them anyways. Instead, they swap in all the candy, and they make a new building and another item called the Golden Ticket. So the building is Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, quote-unquote chocolate factory. It's 2 rooms, 3 rooms. And what you do is you bring him candy, 100 candies, and he'll give you a random item. It could be arrows, it could be bombs, it could be more candies, thus perpetuating the system. It can also be any random item in the game whatsoever. It could be a mirror, it could be the moon pearl, it could be a sword upgrade, it could be literally anything. You can just stay over there, please. It can literally be anything. So if you get the golden ticket soon enough and enough candy soon enough, you can completely, 100%, totally, utterly, and thoroughly break the seed of the game, the random seed, if you can get the golden ticket and a decent item early enough from Willy Wonka. Completely break it. So it's completely random. So you can have an extraordinarily fast seed. Yeah, maybe not. So it's just really, it's really 100% utterly luck. Yeah, I don't want to go that way. Can you not? Can you not? But yes, delicious gambling. It's in-game loot boxes basically. You can get those rare, those wonderful, extraordinary boxes. Really, the best thing to get out of there is the sword upgrades. It's not the only thing you can get, but it's really the best thing you can get. Lucky with. Alright, so hammers. Real quick note: the one thing that would have helped me ages ago, if I would have just thought of it that way, is that the hammers, whatever direction they're pointing, is the direction that they will throw the ice block that you give it. You're actually speedrunning. Yeah, I know, right? It's weird. You see, I've never actually done the full speedrun of this game up until a week ago, but I've played this game so much through my life. I think I'm retired. I've played this game so much through my life that it's impossible for me not to just blow through this game like nothing. I'm not saying I'm great at it. Obviously, my first full finish of it was like 2 hours. Then it was an hour and a half, and it was 112. Relatively low. I know, right? Yeah, this is one of those games that speedrunning, it's fun, but it's pure memorization. There really isn't any luck to this game whatsoever. So if you've memorized the puzzle solutions, it's not bad at all. But it's memorizing the puzzle solutions that's the challenge. There is one puzzle that I actually have had to write down, just to remember, and it's literally the last puzzle of the game prior to the last boss. Because it is a room with 8 hammers, all pointing in a vertical direction, that not only do you have to change them so they're pointing in the right direction, but you also have to do a skill shot, or skill hammer twist, or hammer flip, at a very fairly specific point in the process of the ice blocks moving around the screen. So it's super annoying in that regard. You're gonna be that way. You're gonna be that way. That's fine. So this one, I have the solution just written down because it's hard to remember. And again, with the idea in this game, the hammers, they'll hit the ice block the direction they're pointing. It's easier considered than it is remembered, unfortunately. Because you're doing it while you have some of the nastiest enemies on the map, which is really the big deal. And by the way, the 4 worlds are not the only bit to this game. The Garden Land, Fruit Land, Cake Land, Toy Land, there's actually a full bonus world of like 30 more stages after all of those. And they're even more ridiculous. I obviously haven't bothered. Alright, let's deal with this guy real quick. And you will bother me no more. And Ryuji. So pretty much, if you average no more than 15 minutes per land, you're doing alright. If you can get better than that, obviously better than that is fantastic. But average of less than 15 is beautiful. These guys suck. Just put you down there. Put you go that way. This level, you just gotta watch what side of the walls they're running on, and I didn't need to do that. Yep. So how you doing, dog? Your brain blowing up because the missus isn't home yet? Yeah, it is. Alright, last level of Fruit Land. This one's just a long stage. It's not difficult, it's just long. Helps to put the little ice blocks to keep them from running down certain pathways, so that way you can just keep them going. Like here, I'm gonna drop another thing here, just so I can have that. Nope. And I'm gonna do this because he's already there. More. Way too many for me to do anything here, so this way, please. You're a jerk. Like I said, there's no RNG in this game, so you can really do yourself a huge easy on this one if you memorize the patterns. I don't have everything memorized for as far as where these guys move, but as long as you remember the solutions, you've got a good start on speedrunning it. But yeah, everything in the game moves fairly predictably, so if you really want to get the brass tacks and compete for the higher speed, you can just watch the movement of the faster runs and you can see exactly how to move. Me, I'm just happy I know the solutions and I just go from there. Go, little snowman boy, save the princesses of Fantasyland. Excuse me, Fantasy Kingdom. There's 4 princesses and a king. Alright, let's go, Coke. Or Pyro, excuse me. I called Pyro Coke. Over here. Jerk. Maybe hit him one more time. I can't hit you like that. I can't hit you like that. There we go. Can't hit you like that. Can't hit you like that. Yeah, drunk. Nice. Final split is when you lose control after beating the last boss. Almost 2 minutes off. Yeah, that actually doesn't reflect. This also will very, very much reflect the practice. Hopefully, the practice I did on Toyland last night as well, because I did some serious practice, and I got it from 28 minutes with that split reflex down to like 20. I shaved at least 8 minutes off of it last night. So I'm hoping that'll reflect well here. But I'm sure if I only go a few minutes over the hour that they'll let me without a problem. Granted, I'm the one that's on next afterwards too, so the randomizer races immediately after my run of this. Okay, this is a fun one. You've got to watch the spike, you've got to watch all the spikes so you don't smack into them. Go! And now we got to race this back up and back. Good to go. If you go over, banned! I'm sorry. Sounds like the crap. I'm sure a few minutes over will be fine, considering the randomizer run itself is so random. Yeah, I apologize. I mean, I am known for my wild volume and lack of control. I mean, we all know this. It's fine. We'll be alright. Oh! That is a waste of time, but I'm going to take it because I don't get this that often, and I want to show off collecting all the flower petals. I was hoping it'd be food, but, you know, that's fine. And the reason I got this is because I got a high enough score, and I'm on a reasonable enough level, that basically it's like a level skip of sorts. And you only get this if you don't force to continue. Perhaps you should be known for setting up a compressor filter. If I could figure out how to, I'm sure if I took the time, I could figure out how to. I'm not as much the sound guy, as made wildly evident. Crap. This guy's gonna be that way. Can you not? Thank you. I'm gonna freeze this again real quick. There's a reason for that. Life easier. Of course you would. Like I said, I'm sure I could figure it out. I'm well aware of what filters are. I use a few for my my split timer thingamabobber there, which there's actually one on it now. So if it looks a little washed out, that's why. Alright. Take out this row. Okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna be a little careful. We actually are, and I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna immediately screw it up. We are deathless so far. Like I said, I'm gonna say it and immediately screw it up. That. We don't need it. We absolutely didn't need it. See, this game's really cool because there's infinite continues. The only thing you lose is all the points. Yay! By the way, also, I really, really should not have grabbed that ring, because that was just a waste of time. I did it because I'm stupid. And I like to show it off because the only way you see it is if you get far enough and you don't use any continues getting there. That's the only way you can show that off. Pretty much made it through half the game before it gave me one. A little more than half. No, that's doing general. Show us something cool. Right. Yeah. Oops, I need that. Bye. Hoop. 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 Those guys suck because if you hit their shield, it'll actually reflect the frost beam back at you and freeze you. For something that breathes ice, you figure you probably wouldn't get frozen, but, you know, details. Alright, let's do this. This guy sucks. Because if he hits your, if he hits the ice, the block at any point, he'll actually break it. Whoops, that was not the direction I needed to hit that, so I'm wasting time. Let's get rid of this guy here. Nope! What am I doing? I'm doing it wrong is what I'm doing. And I know why. I'm stupid. I'm doing this the wrong way. See, that's the problem is you've got to remember the solutions to all these puzzles. It's easy to forget one or two. I mean, doing like 50, 60 puzzles, and they're all unique, so... I don't know. 40, 50 maybe? More like. Alright. This one's not too shabby. Yeah, now we're going to have to deal with this guy buzzing through. Waffles! I like the hammer one. That's a nice twist on how they come puzzles. Yeah, the hammer makes a lot of these puzzles distinctly more difficult. If you know the solution, not so much, but some of these, the hammers make it distinctly more difficult. So like this one here. I think I only have to move like that. And I need you to go that way. Blop, 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 blop. Kills that guy. Grab the magic dream bag. Let me move on. A lot of these I'm resolving. A lot of these I resolve every time I come to it because I always forget how to do it. And then there's ones like this that are just pure and simple speed run, get through as quick as you can, otherwise you're doomed. And you have to do that quickly because at the very end there's a block that melts. As soon as it melts, that spike clears the course and will kill you. So you absolutely have to beat that before that melts. Granted, those little things that go back and forth will have melted at that point, which is nice, I guess. Right there, please. And right there. There. That's like any speedrun, though. The more you know, the easier it is. Alright, here's another speedrun. Actually, the whole game's a speedrun, but go here, grab, toss. And get through before he blows up. So many things that can kill you. So many things that can kill you here. Relax. No, you relax. I am not letting you out again. You can relax. You can stop. You're not getting to go out for free. No. You're not going out. You don't need to go out. Go, 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 go! Oh! And no, relax. Sport! Yeah, pretty much. He completely loses all of his chill when the missus and I aren't both in the house. If we're not both in the house, he doesn't settle. Alright, this one is a pain in the pooper. Because of that guy. And there's the first death. Trying to move quick and get smacked by the X block. So there's death number 1. Okay, so I need this to go here. And yes, that bomb can destroy my X block. Time lost there. 1 death is not bad. I actually originally thought in my head that I would do a donation incentive, a donation offering, that every death I offer $1. Yeah, that 112 run was about 30 bucks. I like the idea. I like the idea. But I don't know that I quite have the money that it would take to handle the amount of shenanigans that is likely to happen as a lack of my ability. It's like 30 bucks is a lot out of me, and I don't think I can handle it. $1, I can handle $1. I'd be happy to handle $1. Here's $1. 15 bucks, okay. 20 bucks, okay. 30 bucks. You're pushing it. If I start screwing the heck up out of the final fight there with the Wizard King. Yeah, that's where those deaths really rack up. Seizure warning, by the way. Very much seizure warning. Very much seizure warning. Very, very bad seizure warning. Yeah, gaming skills, making promises, and the bank can't deliver. And I can't look at any of my screens. I've got 3 screens, and they're all showing this flashing. So I can't look at anything right now. Alright, we're good. I don't have problems with it, but it messes me up. And I don't have problems with it, normally. Alright, let's go. Yeah, that is by far one of the worst cases of potential seizure warning I have ever had in any video game as one. Crap. I have plenty of ammunition on the field, but he's not moving where I can hit him. Okay. He got him. No, he wasn't dead! He wasn't dead. He had 1 more hit. I thought I had him. He had 1 more hit. You're fine, dog. Don't worry about it. See, the trick of this boss is he can't go sideways. There's 3. So I can have him drop it here and then nail him from the side. Or try to. Oh, you turd. Got him. So 2 deaths. And good jump. Nice. Suck it, shell boy! I certainly hope nobody's picked a Turtles game for this list. Cough. I think there's like 3 on there. 2 or 3 of them on there. Toyland! Alright. When I offered this game, I figured I'd only get through the food levels, and that would be good, that'd be good enough. But then I started getting closer and closer to that sub-hour, and I'm like, yeah, you know what? I can't not make the attempt. I hate that level. I hate that level. This one here is by far my most disliked level, because it's the most difficult to see where they're at, and it's very, very difficult to look at it. It's very difficult to see where they're exactly at. You just have to know that the pathway right behind where they're at is free. It sucks. And that's not the last time you see those guys either. That's not the worst level of the game, but just from the sprites themselves, by far the suckiest one. That's also a life sink right there, that level. First level of Toyland. Not a very fun toy level. Here we use the little popsicles to our advantage. He's going to bounce that popsicle. We're going to grab this one. We're going to dash here, make it before he does, and he's going to bounce right in there, and we're going to fall into victory. Just like that. And there's no RNG in that. They will always bounce in that pattern. So this is one of those cases where knowing that, even as the solution, is vastly helpful. And here, we get to experience cannon fodder. You can see that those shots are still making through the kitty corners there, despite, you know, being on the other side. Yeah, those guys suck. Easy solution, sucky area. There. There's another one of the spiny levels. Basically, you just gotta watch where they're running and not run in front of them. Also, you can only put the little ice blocks down on the lighter ice tiles. You can't just put them anywhere. Here, you can go around me, and I'm gonna race into victory. Beautiful. Every time. See, world record would have been done right within about 2 minutes or so from here. And given that my run so far, I've only had 2 deaths, the precision of which the levels are completed has got to be just absolutely astronomical. And that, we're going to race past him here. Nope. That's not there. Oh! That one cuts it close frequently. That one cuts it close frequently. All right. All right. Here's another one where knowing the hammer patterns is nice. Go. Back up. Goes. Crap. Go. The owl got in the way. My heart! My heart! The bears! Ow. Don't do that. Don't do that. That hurt. That actually legitimately hurt. Alright. Thank you for your contribution. I'm gonna kill you real quick. Crap. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. I almost forgot how to do this level. Almost. I'm gonna wait till it crosses there. Takes my return trip easy. How you doing, bud? You doing okay? Cause of death. Near miss with ice block. Near miss, meaning I didn't. Alright. This one is tricksy, as they all are. Crap! I screwed that one up. I screwed it up for being quick, but I'm still going to be able to solve it. It's not a problem. So it's just very, very... And I already screwed it up, but that's okay. We'll unscrew it up here. We need to bounce it that way. We need to be up here. There we go. So I lost a little bit of time there, but I didn't die, so that's a plus. That was slow. That was slow by almost a full complete cycle. This one is a lot easier than it looks. This one is just silly. But you freeze these three guys, you bop the top one, 1, 2, bop this one, 1, 2, 3, bop this one, 1, 2, 3, grab this, free! That is the freest those bags have ever been. Usually you have to clear out at least one of those popsicles and let those guys roll through so you can get around them. That is the first time that they've just pushed them to me. And here is probably not the most optimal solution, but I do this because it works for me. Go. A couple different ways to do this. I didn't even grab the bag at the bottom. And I died! 3 deaths. That one was stupid. That one was just a complete total oof. I would have been done if I would have stopped and actually grabbed the bag at the bottom. That was a big oof. That was a big oof. So I've died 3 times. And had to replay a couple levels. We're still doing pretty good. If I can keep my pace, I definitely can get the sub 1. And step up, step down, step right, step left, down. Makes you feel like I got nothing. No, you can say oof, it's fine. I screwed up. I really screwed up, so oof, you can call it. Alright, this one is special. Oh, no. Those guys can freeze you back. There we go. That was a bit of an oof, but not enough to kill me, so... Alright. 3 deaths. $3. I mean, I'd be happy to pay $3. This one is probably the suckiest one, because you have to outrun the spike. And you can. You outrun it by a little bit, so you want to be careful you don't run into the spike. But you have to keep moving, otherwise you die. So you basically run, freeze the blue guys, let them get kicked, use the bridge material. And then as soon as the bridge is connected, however that gets connected, try not to freeze the chicken hawks. Those are both going to get connected very quickly here. Spike's going to run in there and deal justice. We're going to have to wait until it's done dealing justice and then go in and clean up. I am awesome. Thank you for noticing. We are definitely going to get sub-hour if we don't screw up too badly. This one is troublesome. But again, you're dealing with the hammer thing. You can soft lock this one pretty easily. Okay, so I needed this here. Need that there. Can you not do that? Right. 1, 2, 1 and 2. Get up here, get out of the way. Yep! We're going to get someone, aren't we? Jinx by saying, yeah, that's how it goes. That's how it goes. 6 million points. Glorious, glorious points. This one is very easy to soft lock, but the solution is theoretically very easy. Just don't get spiked at the end. You're not paying attention. Don't get spiked because you're like, hey, I got this. Oh. Alright, last level. Right, left, down, left, up, up, left, up. Right, left, down, left. Okay. That. Go right here. Freeze this duder. Pump him up here. Get out of the way. Victory. That is the one I have to memorize the solution for. Because that one is tricky. You have to set them all up, and then as soon as you cross the boundary of the first hammer, you have to flip that that third hammer, or the second hammer. That is by far the trickiest for as far as overall puzzle in the first 4 worlds. Not including boss. So, we are doing swell. We are doing swell. We've got 7 minutes to get through this cutscene and beat the Wizard King. Time ends or stops as soon as the Wizard King dies and we lose control of Kickle. Hopefully I don't accidentally hit this foot pedal button. I actually have 2 foot pedals now. I had one I got from work not super long ago for doing this, and then recently the guy is like, I'm throwing out foot pedals, you want another one? I'm like, hey, yeah? I ain't paying no stupid amounts of money for literally 3 buttons. Heavy duty buttons, granted. Still. Alright, let's go. To the toy castle to save the day! Yeah, I've got 2 foot pedals. I don't even need the one, but that's fine. Alright, Wizard King has a fun, not so easy way to fight him. You stay kind of below or to the right of him, and you shoot to the left, and he follows you where you're running, and pop, there's one. Just stay above the thing. 2. Ah, wasted. That was way of his bum. There, and move. Ah, I didn't move down far enough. That's fine. We got this. He's got a thick rear end. He's thick, boy. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. You gotta be careful because the ice blocks are really easy to get behind, and it'll kill you very, very easily. And I'm not gonna be able to go. Nope, 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 nope. Kickle. Sub 1. I'll take it. That would put me on the boards. And we're going to go ahead and speed it up just so the ending is there. Uh, 55-12 would put me 4th place on the board of 6, with mine included. At the time of the recording. But yeah, the top 2 times are 43 minutes. 43 minutes, 6 seconds, 43 minutes, 50 seconds. Yeah, I'm not that, it's comfortable. It's a somewhat comfortable sub 1. So, that being said, that tells me that I shouldn't have huge issues, theoretically, getting the sub 1 on Friday. But we'll see what happens. We're going to go ahead and do a full recording here of the whole ending. And so I can post it on the, clip it and post it on speedruns. Just to have it out there. Yeah, it should be fine. Thus the peace was restored to the fantasy kingdom, which had been covered by darkness ice, and the palaces were once again joyful. Kickle happily married Princess Mira and became the prince of the kingdom, and the fantasy kingdom was filled with happiness and dreams forever. Some edges there with a few more runs by Iron Knight. Yeah. No continues, no game overs. That's actually what excited me quite a bit there. With a lot of so many of those super close calls, not having a game over at all is a huge plus. And now enjoy